Hello everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever hour of the day or night it is, whichever city you are, whichever world you are living. I say a very warm and pleasant hello to you. My name is Diana Wright, and of course welcome to Vibes, your coolest hotspot on social media, brought to you courtesy of 16 Bars Multimedia, where they're always creating something new. Hello everyone. Welcome back. This is part 2 of our interview with the Elliots, Eric and Erlis, of course, and we are still on the topic of relationships. All right. If you miss part 1, then you miss some of the juiciest stuff, but just watch this one out, or you should just go back to the first one and then to part 1, and then you come back and watch this so you can get it all together. Okay, so if you're just joining us, my name is Diana Wright, and this is Vibes, Entertainment Vibes, your coolest hotspot on social media. This has been brought to you courtesy of 16 Bars Multimedia, where they're always creating something new.
Love has a way of taking control over your heart and soul. Like a blessing, it flows from above. Sweet when you fall in love. Anything for you to make you happy. That's when the loving is true. Everything I do it with you. Ain't nobody but when you fall in love with someone. It is the greatest feeling on earth. You would move a mountain to make it work.
Well, thank you so very much and welcome back again. I hope you if you're watching on your phone or you're watching on your laptop or wherever it is that you're watching on, just make sure that you're curled up somewhere all nice and comfy.
I can't tear it apart. This is the real thing. You know the real thing. I just love it on me. I can't tear it apart. This is the real thing. You know the.
To respect that we're different and find what's in commonality that we have and work on that.
And even though we're very different, we're very different personality-wise, and if you take us individually, you would think that we could not be together.
Wow.
Because that's how different we are. However, when it comes to the basic principles of marriage, that we are the same.
We are. Okay. So go ahead.
So pick any one of the main things like money.
We don't
argue over money.
I can't remember
when I first came up and found out that she said I'll control the money. I'm like, what? But then after
she said she would control the money.
Yeah. So you work and bring it home and I'll control it. I'm like, what?
How did that make you feel as a Jamaican man?
Less of a man. I figured she was taking away my manhood because you need to be in control.
So when for her to be in control of the money, that meaning that you give her everything?
Yes.
Or everything? Ernest, why did you do that though?
He only needed, what does he need all it for? He only needed an allowance. What's he needed to do? Well, you couldn't give me a good reason. What do you need it for?
Yeah. And so she started controlling the money. And
why did you feel like you needed to control it though?
Well, the truth be told, I said, you know what? If he ever leaves me, he ain't getting the money. I said, I'm going to be sad over one thing, but not two.
Not the money.
Not the money.
Yeah, so she started controlling the money, and she has, and to this day, she takes care of all the bills. She takes care of everything.
And he gets an allowance.
And I've been getting an allowance over the years, and that's fine.
Is the allowance enough?
Well,
sometimes he asks for a raise.
It's changed over the years, and I think one time it was so low, my daughter interceded for me and asked her to bump it up, and she did. But then I got a cut in my allowance.
You got a cut?
Recently, yeah.
Yeah, because he's working from home.
I'm
What
working
is
from
it?
home, so she.
I cut it in half.
So you're the boss?
For the money, yes.
Oh.
But I always know what we have. She never hides
no,
it.
I don't.
Yeah. I always. It's even sometimes I don't even ask. She'll say, "I want to show you this," and she shows me everything that we have. And even though she controls the money, I control the investments. So
Awesome.
because like
Way to go.
yeah, like she hadn't worked out of the home in many years, and so because I work, the 401k and all of those investments, I control those. But then I also show her exactly what's going on, and I'll tell her.
Ladies, you make sure that you know what's going on, and your name is on it as beneficiary.
That's right.
Yes.
How much is your allowance? I mean, how much
I don't
do
need one.
you get allowance?
I don't need one.
No, she don't. She just buy whatever she wants and shop whatever she
I don't
wants. So
know.
sometimes she tries to, when I was working outside the home, she would try for the stuff that she buys to come when I'm not home.
That is true.
And so when I started working from home, it was funny. It was like package.
This is what you do when I'm at work.
Oh yeah, and so, but I don't mess with her because it's something she enjoys doing, and she loves a good sale.
Yeah.
So even though she's getting all these packages, she's not spending a whole lot, and she's not wasting our finances shopping. She's very good at getting the best deal. And I remember one day this guy came to take care of the grass, and he saw me cutting up all these boxes, and he said to me, "That's a lot of boxes." I said, "I'd like for you to do me a favor. Please tell my wife not to shop so much." All these Amazon boxes and
Oh my goodness. That's a big commercial for you, Amazon. You need to pay me.
yeah, I know,
And I just want to tell some young people, that you will have disagreement.
Yeah.
You will have struggles. And sometimes your marriage will be tested.
Yes.
yeah.
But just hang in there. It'll come out. It'll be all right.
Yeah, so we're saying some of the main principles are finances, communication, rearing of the kids. We agreed on that. They couldn't play us. Our children never could play us. They would come to daddy and we'll say, "Well, I'll talk to mommy." They'll go to mommy, "I'll talk to daddy." They couldn't play us. They tried.
They tried.
Trust me, they tried, but they couldn't. And respecting each other, I would not allow my children to disrespect my wife.
You're not perfect, but I know you are worth it. You've been there for me, so I know you deserve this. May I go talk it out, cause me want you to hear this. Tell the whole world I appreciate this. All this time where they blow you could have leave but to steer this. Anchor to the rock, no hurricane couldn't shake this. You are number one and you're there for me earless. Me woulda never diss you and you know this. Hey, I doesn't love me, no me heart can't tear it apart. This is the real thing. You know
I would not allow my children to disrespect my wife, and she would not allow the children to disrespect.
Oh, no, I don't believe in that.
Yeah. And then as far as our religious beliefs, we're on the same there.
Yes, and I'm going to come to that.
Yeah, so the main things that would cause our marriage to fall apart, we were in agreement with those things. So it's getting over some of the little foolishness that cause friction, and sometimes we have to laugh among ourselves that we allow some of those things to get in the way, and they will, but it's just working through it.
For you. Now that you are in your marriage, like 42 years and counting, is it now just platonic?
Say what?
No, she's
Let me say it again. After 42 years of marriage, is it now platonic?
Oh, now we know what we're doing. We have perfected it.
You perfected it.
yes, she's my sister, but as far as church,
As far as church,
when we're in the bedroom, she's my wife.
she's your wife.
Yeah.
Some people are of the impression that older adults, if they've been married for so many years, they no longer need romance, or lovemaking is out of the picture. After 42 years of marriage and 2-3 children, and you're mature adults now. So you're saying that the love fire is still there, the romance fire is still there?
Absolutely. And we've always believed that the things that I used to do when we were dating, the things that I used to do to show her my love when we were young in our marriage, I still need to do those things. So we'll go on dates, we'll go out for dinner, we'll go to the park, we'll hold hands.
Wow.
A matter of fact, most people may not believe this, but sometimes you're in bed holding hands.
Woo!
We
So,
do.
yeah.
And ladies, when your husband say he's taking you out on a date, he needs to open the car door.
Yes, I do that, absolutely.
Because one day, you remember that time I was going out? You want
Yes.
to tell the story?
No, you go ahead.
He asked me for a date, right? So, we dressed up nicely, and he went to the driver's side, and I stood at the door. And he said, "Aren't you coming in?" I said, "How am I supposed to get in?" So he had to come back out of the car and open the door. We're on a date.
Yes, and I try to remember that, so I do special things
When we're on a date.
when we're on a date.
You never let him, from the moment you met him, he still maintained his the way he is, his character, his just the way he is as Eric, the Eric that you knew, and you still in terms of the relationship, you guys still maintain that sameness from way back then. It's not old. It's not like it's an old way of doing things. It's the way of doing things. Correct? Is that how you guys see it?
Yeah, that's true. What we try to do is not take each other for neglect each other, take each other for granted.
Okay.
We want to make sure, because you have to continue to build and maintain your relationship.
Awesome.
And so we're not in the automatic mode. No, we're not. I still, she's passing by, I still touch her on her butt.
Oi.
He getting frisky.
And
Yeah,
I've seen it.
personally. I still do that.
Are you looking something?
Yeah, she'll say that to me, but sometimes it's just a love pat.
And I go, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear that?
Or sometimes she's in the kitchen doing something and I'll come behind her and just hug her.
Wow.
Or, so we still know that you have to maintain and do those things that keep the fire in the marriage going.
Wow.
And so we don't take that for granted.
Wow.
No.
That is just so beautiful. Though. Do you think people can find that you guys have? Is it a gem? Is it a gem, or is it just something that's out there and people should just learn to take care of their relationship? Or is it a gem that you guys have?
I think that because people need to take care of their relationship.
My name is Diana Wright, and we are speaking with two very special guests here on the N Vibes show. They're Mr. and Mrs. Elliott, and they have been married for 42 years, all right? So we have lots and lots of things to talk about and lots more questions and answers to get for you. We'd like for you to like, share, and do subscribe to our program. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with you after these messages. Earlier we talked, and you said that your religion has played a very, very big part in the way your marriage has turned out. In Christianity, there are so many couples, so many homes are being broken. There are so many couples who are facing divorce right now. They are just going through bad situations, and they don't know how to cope, right? So, but how is it for you? How do you declare that the Most High has been your rock and He has been your foundation? How did He help you? How did He carry you through those turbulences in your life when it is not so for the other Christians? How did He do it for you guys?
Like I said, we've had challenges, and we know that God was the glue. Because if it was up to us alone in our foolish ways, we would have gone our separate ways. So I just thank God for that.
So some of the challenges we've had is because of our Christian faith. Forgive, learn to tolerate. What would Christ do? And so because of our faith in God and our religious belief, we're Seventh-day Adventists. And so because of those beliefs, we were able to extend the forgiveness time, the time it takes to forgive.
Awesome.
Extend the time it takes to work a situation out, because that's what God will do. So those times of extension are the things that allow us to work things through. And so we are thankful for our faith in God.
Awesome. And before I wrap up, guys, I just have one other question, or maybe two. But this one, was there anything during the earlier times of your marriage that you guys say, I will not accept this? If he does that, this is it for me. Or, Ernest, you say, if Eric, you say, if Ernest ever do this thing, whatever that thing is, that's it for me. What was that defining line that you guys cannot, or say that you should never cross?
For most people, you would think that it would be if we started to see someone else, or date someone else, or step outside of the marriage. And so we guard our relationship together and not allow anyone else to get in a relationship. And as Earlis mentioned earlier, also about the friends that we keep. We have to be careful of the friends that we keep, that they believe the same things, they go to the same places, because they can influence you and influence your relationship.
Okay. All right.
Oh, for me is if he come home and says, "This is my baby," what?
Like if he crossed the border.
That would have been it.
And then another thing is that I don't believe in a man putting his hand on a woman.
Oh yeah, that one too. Oh mercy.
Right. And so we don't believe in abuse, whether it's be verbal or whether it be mental or physical abuse. We don't believe in that, and we try to do everything, but definitely the physical abuse is an absolute no-no.
Awesome.
That's right. I have one daddy.
One
And
day.
he spanked me once.
Okay.
You should have probably done it twice, but once.
Okay. Does she still come down the stairs in her lingerie every now and then?
Tell the truth.
Yeah.
Let me say that loud. Does she still come down the stairs in her lingerie every now and then?
Okay, here's the way I would answer that. I work from home now, and the office bedroom is next to one of the bathrooms. And occasionally she'll use that bathroom, and I'll be there working, and the next thing I know, I see someone who's ready to go into the bathroom.
Oh my
ready to go into the shower. So
In
yes.
the shower.
Yes.
Ernest,
So she still
you are
does
that conscious, innovative.
But you know what it is? You have to try to keep the spice in your marriage, because listen, men are fickle.
Yes.
And you have to keep yourself nicely, because they're not blind. There are other women out there that looks good. And I told Eric he can take a glance, but don't linger.
Don't linger.
She always say that.
Because we don't live in a dark world.
We were in Jamaica, and we have a friend that took us to this beach, and when we were on the beach, it was semi-nude beach. We didn't know that, and so she looked at me and said, "Well, I guess you have no choice. You can look, but don't linger."
Don't linger.
Yeah, so
Okay.
We can't be blind. We can't be blind.
Yeah.
To it. And sometimes we women too, we may be attracted to somebody else, but we always have to remember what is at home is always better.
For you guys, which of you is most jealous of the other?
Tell the truth.
Eric thinks that I am, but I will tell you the truth is he's not as observant as I am.
Okay.
And when you have something good, you got to guard it.
That's right.
Because sometimes it's easier to fall than you think. So
That's
therefore, you just have to guard what you have.
That's true.
Now, Eric will tell you he's not, and tell them why you say you're not.
I am not the jealous type, because jealousy can create issues that are not there.
Okay.
And so I trust my wife, and therefore jealousy, known as a green-eyed monster, can come between and cause issues where there are no issues. But I will say this, and she's pointed out to me at times that women are more perceptive than men. I'll have to admit that. And so she'll see things that I don't see and understand some movements that better than I do. And then when she points it out and I take note of it, then I recognize that you need to back away because this situation could be one that doesn't work out well. So,
Okay. Okay. But I'm glad that, I mean, this has been one of the most beautiful interviews I've had so far, and I'm sure that a lot has been said that, you know, many people will be able to take away from it.